Hello, I'm Mayu, and here are my group members Lim, Leon, Simon, and Juhi. Today we are going to do our presentation of the topic Solo Travelers in Europe. The reason why we choose the topic is because this time international travel is difficult and hard to find interviewees. So we decided to make the range of destination bigger, country to region. Here's our presentation list. Starting from overview of the tourism literature on solo travelers, profile of the 5 solo travelers, the solo traveler's motivations, the expectation of solo travelers' patterns of behavior during the trip, and lastly, conclusion with suggestion to the tourism industry in Europe. Let me start with general information of solo travelers. The definition of solo traveler is that going somewhere else alone, where travelers will spend a lot of time alone once they get there. So simply go travel by yourself. The advantage traveling solo is that you can do exactly what you want to do all the time. And traveling solo will allow you to move your own way without being affected by others. So that means flexible with travel plan, including lengths, destinations, activities, budget, transportation, and accommodation. On the other hand, the disadvantage is less safety compared to traveling with few people. Also, always need plans and research about the destination. And some people may feel lonely while traveling alone.
Next part is about characteristic of solo travelers. Basically, there are 5 characteristics are stated, which is outgoing, flexible, careful, capable, relaxed. First of all, is about outgoing. Solo travelers are definitely comfortable with alone time, but they are also experts at impromptu conversation. One reason so many people love to travel by themselves is the time and space they have to make meaningful connections with locals, fellow travelers, and new places. Um, Second is flexible. When solo travelers travel alone, the adventure is their specific tourism. They can be as scheduled or carefree they like and change their plans anytime without any compromises or discussions. And third is about careful. When they travel their own, they always prepare thoroughly. When they are outdoors, this means all the precautions they normally take and then some. Being sure to have multiple emergency contacts and the game plan for every scenario are crucial for their peace of mind and safety. And the fourth is capable. Solo travelers get to make all the decisions. That also means they get to solve all the problems. Solo travelers have to be ready for anything. Changing a tire, a flight, or an itinerary is depending on uh, 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 one person decision. And the last is about relaxed. A long time, especially in nature, is one of the best ways to completely unwind. Spending a few hours on a solo hike is a great way to live in the moment, focus on breathing, and feel gratitude is also good, can be really good characteristic of solo travelers. And the next is about profile of solo travelers that we interview. All the people who we interviewed are from Asia, so it was possible to analyze our interviewees in Asian perspective. In addition, when looked at age of interviewee and interest, it was possible to guess that um, they are new generation of solo travelers and energetic, and also we can guess the preference of the tour.
There are a lot of motivations to travel solo. Among them, I picked 5 things which are self-fulfillment, challenging, escape, relaxation, and personal improvement. First one is self-fulfillment, which is spending some time all alone is a reliable way to get to know yourself, your own desires, and to test your resourcefulness. A single trip can be a powerful, life-changing experience. The second one is challenging. During the trip, you will change yourself. For example, when you are in danger, you will know and decide the next step. Solo travel can give you the ability to overcome any situation. Third one is escape. Solo travel is great because it offers you to escape from your routine, escape from the usual day, and make a special day. Next one is relaxation. It has many opportunities to do what you want to on a trip without the confinement of other travelers' itinerary. It may give you a lot of relaxation. The last one is personal improvement. In the end of trip, if a regular journey makes you a better and smarter person, the solo adventure will make you a super smart person. Let's move to the next slide. The expectation of solo traveler interviews. Many solo travelers are expecting these things during the trip. Trip planning is easier. You are the master of your own schedule. Last minute changes are okay, which means you can change a fixed time to any time when you are late to arrive at your destination or wake up late. It is easier to stay on your budget. If you do not go to an unexpected destination or restaurants, you can stay on your budget. Able to observe your travel experience, you are much more open to social experiences. Finally, makes you a better traveler. Next slide is solo travelers' patterns of behavior during the trip. Here is the time that people seek to travel solo. Solo travelers travel the most from September to October. The highest rate is 56.96% October, and the lowest rate is 18.91% July. Also, here is the level of education that people have. University or college degree or diploma accounted for 49.60%. Postgraduate degrees accounted for 34.94%. And finally, high school or equivalent accounted for 9.07%. Likewise, solo travelers have similar patterns of behavior during the trip, and it is similarly related to the time and the level of educations that people have.
Now I'm going to talk about conclusions and suggestions to the tourism industry in Europe. From those interviewees, I can know the reasons, the main reasons that most people travel to Europe are culture, food, and shopping. In addition, as we all know, tourism in European countries has developed very fast. One of the reasons is European countries' tourism get a strong support by their countries. For Asians, spend their vacation in Europe is a very good choice. More and more Asia travel agency get agreement with European attractions, European flights and hotels. Thus, many attractions and hotels in Europe have been well publicized by Asia travel agency. Europe is the birthplace of Renaissance. Many European countries affected by the Renaissance in the middle century. Thus remains many valuable cultural tourism resources. At the same time, Europe is also the birthplace of the first industrial revolution. So steam train travel in Europe is also popular in European tourism. These resources are the advantages of Europe tourism. For the suggestions, first of all, as far as I'm concerned, the purpose of the majority of people to visit Central Europe is for culture. So government and related departments should keep spreading and inheriting their culture. Second, for Scandinavian, the visiting purpose of the most people is for natural scenery, so that the local government should keep protecting the environment and promoting sustainable development and enhancing environmental friendly tourism. Third, tourist attractions could attract more visitors by giving travel vouchers. Thank you.